Alright. Quadash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabayath. Meaning holy, 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 Lord of hosts. That is the prayer that the angels sing day and night to the Most High, who is a new Elion El. It also could be said as a mantra to remove any negative energy or ions from out of the airways, known as the breath of life, which is the ether. And the angels can also be said as the etheric beings of light. So once you say that sound vibrational frequency, it is said to remove any negative energy from around your aurora at any given time, and demonic forces and negative entities that cannot stand the sound of that sound vibrational frequency when those words are uttered. Yah-he, Vah-he. Those four syllables alone are a powerful sound vibrational frequency, but as a collective whole in duality, most of us know that Hashem as Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yahweh, Jehovah. Like I said before, Jah is the English word for Yah. So, those that's to the people that be fighting over names. But those four syllables, which come from the Hebrew alphabet, which consists of 22 letters, is the first Yah signifies the Father who art in heaven, Abba, the architect of the universe, which is a divine masculine energy. And as I say these things, I'm breaking them down in duality in twos because it's a divine masculine and it's a divine feminine. And everything that I talk about on my channel, it deals with duality, as you learn in the book, the Kabbalion, not the Kabbalah. It teaches you about, the seven hermetic principles, and it talks about that. What I do is correlate and link all spiritual beliefs together and find their consistencies and patterns. Like I said, the first Yah signifies the Father who art in heaven, Abba, the architect of the universe, which is divine masculine energy. The second one is He, which is a divine feminine energy, which is Mother Earth, the womb of the earth, where mankind was created, mold, shaped, and formed, As it says in the beginning, we were formed from the clay, as it would say in the Quran, or we was formed from the dirt, as it would say in the Bible, and the breath of life was breathed into us, which is the ether, which is where your soul is in the plasma, in the blood, the ionized gases. So that is Hay, which is, divine feminine energy, Mother Earth, Gaia, Tiamat, people call it many different names. Ha Adam. The next one is Va, which signifies us, the creation itself, those that were created in the image. Because in the book of Genesis, also known as Bereshith in Hebrew, which also correlates with the generations of Isis, it says in the beginning, Elohim said, let us create them in our image. The key words in that passage is Elohim, which is plural. It means more than one. And just so you know it's plural and more than one, the next couple words of the sentence should confirm that. When it says, let us create them in our image. So that's where you get Va from. Va is a divine masculine energy because it signifies mankind itself. Mankind correlates with human. Human is not spelled Human as you know it to be. It's actually spelled Hueman. Human means God man in duality because it is male and female. That's what creates mankind. So the last hay correlates with the first hay, so you should know it is a divine feminine energy, and it's Anna Chokma. Anna it correlates with Abba. Just like Abba is father, Anna is mother. Chokmah is wisdom. On the Hebrew Sephiroth to the tree of life, one of the Sephiroths is wisdom. And wisdom is always signified as a her. So right here, I'm going to show you a little picture of the tree of life, Kabbalah tree of life. The tree of life. And right here, first is the crown, which is Kether. Kind of sounds like ether, because where the third eye is, the ether, the Christ consciousness, that's where these energies come from. So if you look at our videos on the auroras the other day, it tells you about the different layers of the aurora and how they connect the physical body to the celestial body. You see the second one, which would be the second one would be wisdom, Chokmah. Third one, understanding, Benai, and then the list goes on, which correlates the points of our body. And you see, they also correlate with the chakras as well. So, just to show you that, let's try to get a little steadier and stiller on here. All the way down to the kingdom, Malkuth. That's why when you read in the Bible, it says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. If you notice, these colors correlate with the chakras, also the colors of the rainbow. And when you go through the Bible, it tells you a lot about rainbows as well as crystals, So today our lesson is going to be based on crystals. I told you it would be a 3-part series that we talked about. First the chakras, the next is auroras, and how crystals, natural elements of the earth, can be beneficial to us and help us. A lot of people shun upon crystals, but if you believe in the Bible, it tells you that every one of the 12 tribes of Israel had a specific gemstone, which the high priests of the Leviticus laws, they wore these, stones on their chest, to and symbolism of all of the 12 tribes, So, but let's just get into it, To each his own. Everybody perceives things in a different way. I'm just putting the information out there. What you do with it is what you do with it, All right, let's get right into it. All right. Crystals. Crystals are bathed with the elements of the universe, as they form the energy of the sun, the moon, the earth, the air, and the sea. These gems and stones are an important connection to the planet we live on and a reminder of what gives us life. Stones and crystals have been used for thousands of years in magic, healing, and energy work. In ancient cultures, the healing properties of a crystal were as important as their beauty. The unique energy of each crystal impacts your aurora when they come in contact with it. In this chapter, you will learn how to use crystals for healing and magic after reading these pages. You will understand how to choose a crystal based on the unique energy, the specific healing or magical properties of its related chakra, zodiac sign, and element, and how to program or charge a crystal to work towards your manifestation goals. Okay? And they have pictures in here, so I'm going to flip the camera in a minute as I read it and show you the crystals in their pictures. Your convenience, crystal catalog. There are countless types of healing crystals, and choosing which one is incorporate into your life ones you incorporate into your life will depend on your needs. In this chapter, you will find a handy list of 15 crystals and stones that are common and easy to find. The stones were chosen to help you create a collection of healing crystals to fulfill any magical need and be used in addition to any remedies prescribed by your doctor. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little quick story. This is before I even got into. I always been spiritual since I was a kid, But I always knew it was more to it than just the Bible, going to church, and I had a lot of questions. But I'm gonna just tell you this one story. One day I was just walking. It was snowing out, you know. And something, I walked through this little field, and as I was walking through this little field, I seen something glimmering out of the snow. So I go look in there. I dig through the mud a little bit. I pick it up. It's a big giant. It's like an amethyst. It was like purple, white, and it had a little bit of black in it. I mean, it was a huge stone. It was like at least almost 10 pounds. So I picked it up, you know. I went in the house. I washed it off. And I was just so infatuated with this. I didn't even know it was crystal at this time. I thought it was a diamond, some jewelry, or something that was worth money. I cleaned it off, and I was just sitting on it. And I was like, man, I got to get this thing to the jewelry store. I got to get somebody to look at this. What is this that I found, you know? You know, I was thinking that I struck gold at the time. So I was sitting on it. I actually took it to the jewelry store, and they telling me like, well, hey, there's nothing we can really do with that. You know, it's so big, and you know, it'll take more money to cut it than what it's actually worth. So, you know, I took the crystal back home. I started sleeping with this crystal under my bed, you know, keeping this crystal close to me. Everybody that came in contact with me, they wanted to see this crystal, they wanted to touch it. People was asking me like, well, let me just hold it for the night, you know. And eventually I ended up losing this crystal. I don't know what happened to it, but, you know, it slipped away, it slipped out of my grasp. But later on down the line, I started to learn and about crystals and their properties and the connection of elements of the earth to the human body. Then I realized, now that I look back on it, that it was a sign. Something basically sent that crystal to me. And I basically did the wrong thing, you know. I didn't comprehend why I found something so magnificent in an awkward place. And I just really didn't know. And I wish I would have still kept that crystal and protected it with my life to this day. You know, now, since then, I've had a new collection of crystals and so on and so on. But, you know, that's how it goes. You know, it's my chew stick. This is therapeutic. I use it for anxiety. Now, let's jump right into it. The crystals. It said 15 crystals and stones that are common and easy to find. And you see how I said it's easy to find? Because I actually found one in the most awkwardest place. Those crystals all around us, you know. Sometimes crystals come to you. You know, they'll find you, as one did to me. All right, let's get right into it. Right here. Clear quartz. Let's read it. It's kind of blurry. All right. Clear quartz will look kind of like that. So let's read it. This list begins with clear quartz because it is the most powerful crystal for healing and amplifying energy. It has been nicknamed the master healer due to its ability to heal virtually anything, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Clear quartz is a clear and translucent stone that enhances your energy field or aurora. It can also enhance the power of all other stones around it, amplifying their effects on you and your environment. Let me show you a little something. This is some of my crystal collection, but something like this. This would be like considered like a clear quartz. This one I need to clean. This is similar. This is like a clear quartz. This one, clear quartz. You know, these smaller ones. These are come from a clear quartz. You know, and different ones with different properties. You know, it's right here. This is one of my pinnacles, spiritual pinnacle. See all the Hebrew engravings in there. You know, that's for another topic. All right, the next one is the Moonstone. The Moonstone is called the Stone of New Beginnings because it opens you to the spirit realm and your intuition. It has a strong connection with the moon and therefore has similar magical and healing uses. It is a reminder of the cycle of change and the waxing and waning of your energy, moods, physical body, and life. It also tells you that in the Bible and in the book of Enoch about the waxing and waning of the moon. So, this stone even somewhat resembles the moon as it reflects light and is known for the blue flash it holds at certain angles. The next one is Carnelian. This is Carnelian right there. Alright, see it? Alright. Known as the stone of motivation and inspiration, Carnelian is the perfect stone to reach for when you are creatively blocked or your progress plateaus. Plateaus. Its bright orange color brings fun and joy into your life as it energizes you and provides you with the spark of inspiration. Carnelian will guide you towards your highest potential and support you as you build up your confidence. The next one is Citrine. This is what Citrine looks like that. Okay? Citrine is the crystal of abundance and prosperity because its color invokes the golden rays of sunlight. It illuminates your life as it balances your chakras, cleanses your aurora, and fills you with warmth and positivity. This crystal is truly special because it is one that is considered self-cleansing. This means you never need to cleanse it, and it will actually cleanse the other crystals in the environment as well. The next one is sodalite. This is what sodalite looks like. Alright. Alright. Sodalite is a blue and white stone that helps you focus your energy. Listen to your intuition and trust it to guide you. It dissolves your fears, calms your inner conflicts, and dispels guilt. Your mind becomes clear as you enter a state of peace and harmony and truth. Reach for sodalite whenever you are looking to expand your consciousness to see things from another perspective. The next one is rose quartz. This is what rose quartz looks like. I think I actually have one of those somewhere. Matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, right here. That one. A rose quartz. It's like a pinkish color. Alright. Rose quartz. Rose quartz is known as the love crystal because it is associated with all forms of love, romantic, platonic, and parental. It also represents self-love and feeling of compassion towards the people and animals you may not know but still have empathy for. Its gentle pink color soothes, calms, and mends your heart. When you wear or carry it, you can invite love into your life in every moment of your day. The next crystal is the desert rose. Awkward looking crystal. That's one I don't have, but I'm gonna get. Alright. The desert rose is a form of selenite that gets its name because it resembles sandy roses. It gives you the confidence to tap into your higher self as it elevates your vibration. It is a stone that offers protection from psychic influence whenever you are practicing divination or seeking insight. It will help you preserve with any project, especially those that align with your soul's purpose and help you create a vision for your life. The next one is the tiger's eye. This is what the tiger's eye looks like. Okay. Tiger's eye is a unique looking golden brown stone that flashes like a cat's eye when moved under light. It offers courage and balance and provides the strength necessary to succeed in life. Tiger's eye is considered a grounding crystal, especially in times of stress and hardship, and it offers protection as it restores your physical energy. The next one is Hematite. I actually have this one. My daughter threw it in a change bucket earlier. I gotta find a way to get it out of that water barrel. You know, one of them barrels that the water comes in, you know, with the little small top and the wide bottom. Yeah, she threw it in there, but I gotta figure it out because she likes to play with my crystals. Alright. Hematite is named for its association with the blood. Therefore, it is an incredibly useful healing stone, especially for removing unhelpful energy and circulating the balance and calm required to prevent stress and anxiety. Dark gray is its color. Hematite is a wonderful addition to your grounding and centering exercising, and it is useful for cultivating courage and self confidence. It also improves your ability to concentrate and remember details. The next one is moss agate. It actually looks like the earth or sea moss inside of water. So moss agate forms in such a way that it resembles moss. So it is most often associated with growth and longevity. It finds itself right at home in the garden or nestled on the soil of a potted plant. This is also a fantastic stone to use during time of new beginnings to help you nurture the first stage of a project or life event. Due to its green color, it is considered a stone of healing and abundance. The next one is lapis lapis lazuli, kind of like a violet, bluish, purple color. Yeah, I gotta get a new phone. You know, sometimes I try to do it on my laptop, and sometimes it takes longer on there. So I try to do it on this phone. I actually got a couple different phones, but they not top grade. So I think I'm probably gonna just get an iPhone or one of the new Galaxies or the Google Pixel, something that I can actually network and do stuff faster on and get more clearer images, you know, to get this information out. All right, lapis lazuli is associated with the wisdom, chokmah, and clarity that comes with communicating with the divine parts of yourself. This blue stone offers strength as you work towards healing your emotional wounds, and it encourages you to be compassionate with yourself. It holds wonderful energy for practicing divination, especially reading the Torah. And remember, as it says on here, you see what it says about the Torah? It says rotas means will. Hold on. Tara means law. Tara means will of the law. So that's why you got to know what these words mean and say, because you know people don't realize the Tara comes from the Torah. You know. Yeah, this camera is crappy, but I'm trying to give you let you see what it says. See, it says Rotas will Tara law Tara will of the law. You know. For all those people that shun upon things that they don't even know what they mean. You know, your pastors and preachers, they're not going to tell you these things, you know. It takes the street preachers like me, spiritualists, you know, that teach on the highways and the byways and through the ether, the invisible lines, you know, what you call Wi-Fi, you know. That's how ether works, like Wi-Fi, you know, through the signals of networks. The ether works through signals and networks of the ley lines, you know, on the grid. like a spider web that you don't see. The next one is amethyst. Amethyst, this is a very popular one. A lot of you guys know what it is and what it means, you know. But amethyst is the ultimate all-purpose stone, but while you can use it for practically any purpose you can imagine, above all, this purple stone transmutes negative energy into positive and repels situations and people that are not beneficial to your journey. Amethyst increases your spiritual awareness and opens you up to a higher state of consciousness. People experience this in either energizing or common ways. The next one is obsidian. This is what obsidian is, like the black stone. Obsidian is a black, naturally occurring volcanic glass. That's the one that my daughter threw in the thing, not the other one. This is the one, obsidian, because it actually looks just like a glass volcanic kind of stone. Obsidian is a black, naturally occurring volcanic glass. It is linked to the general idea of darkness and is an ideal stone for using during shadow work and transformative healing. A powerful protector, obsidian shields you from any harmful internal or external influences. It is grounding, centering, and cleansing as it promotes spiritual growth and personal development. The next one is Amazonite. This is what it looks like a turquoise color. Amazonite. Amazonite is a light-colored blue-green stone that is most notable for its calming effect. It helps you express yourself authentically and open yourself up to your creative side. Amazonite can be used to attract success and improve concentration and overcome hardship. It brings balance to all things and is generally associated with peace, joy, and inspiration. The next one is Smokey Quartz. Smokey Quartz. Remember, we had a clear quartz. This is the Smokey Quartz. I know I ain't giving y'all a good look at the picture because my camera is crappy. But I'm going to still try. Smokey Quartz gets its name due to its appearance of being a clear quartz full of fire smoke. It removes spirits, psychic influence, limiting beliefs, emotional trauma and wounds, fears and worries, energetic vampires, toxic people in situations, and anything else that could pose a potential threat to your well-being. It takes what is helpful to you and it takes what is unhelpful to you and transforms it into something beneficial. Salah. Salah. Uh-huh. Let's see what we got here. Alright, page 36. A handy chart. This chart outlines the important magical properties of each of the previous listed stones. Each is categorized by one of 10 main magical purposes: amplifying, inspiring, cleansing, focusing, opening, grounding, increasing, protecting, calming, or banishing. These are Then you will find a list of the top 3 properties associated with each crystal. The duality of each crystal, remember duality, so it means it's two sides. Everything has a counterbalance. It has a counterbalance, or how else can I say that? A counterbalance or a counterpart. Put it that way. Counterbalance, counterpart. Offense, defense. The duality of each crystal is represented as passive, active, or both. Passive means receiving impressions, and active is projecting them. The rest of the chart lists the associated elements, plants, chakras, and zodiac signs. So let's take a little look at that. See, it tells you a list of the crystals, the key purpose. It'll say amplifying, inspiring next to it. It'll say the properties associated with it. Then it'll say the duality of what it does. And then it'll say the elements, the planets, associated chakras, and zodiac sign. How they all correlate together, And here's another chart, same thing. It tells you duality, passive, crystals, key purposes, properties, duality, elements, planets, chakras, zodiac signs. All right, next. Choosing, clearing, and charging your crystals. Now you have a good idea of 15 types of crystals and stones you might want to add to your collection. The most important guiding factor when choosing a crystal is your intuition. Looking at individual specimens online or visit a crystal store and see which ones attract your attention. You'll know you have found the crystal you need in your life if you can't take your eyes away from it. You can't put it down once you've touched it, or you can't stop thinking about it. Choosing your crystal. Beyond the variety of your intuitive guidance, there are few other factors to consider when choosing a crystal. Below, you will discover 4 different forms of crystal and the uses and benefits of each one. The first one is raw. Raw stones, also called chunk or rough, are stones that haven't been polished or carved. This is how they come out of the earth because stones in this form are often more brittle than polished or cut stones. The best way to use raw stones is to set them somewhere where you can enjoy their beauty as they alter the energy field of that space. You can also include raw stones in crystal grids or in meditation. Oh, I just seen the flashing lights go across the page again. Whenever I'm doing a video, they just come out of the words sometimes, or sometimes they just shoot across the room. The next one is wand. A crystal wand is a stone that has been carved or otherwise formed into an elongated shape. Some wands form naturally as well. They can be used to direct energy to or away from an area simply by pointing it to or away from that area. Use them in astral travel, rituals of all kinds, chakras opening and healing sessions. That's why when you look at a lot of these old churches and buildings, you'll see these little points at the top, and you'll see like this round shaped dome. A lot of people believe these to be energy conductors from back in Tartarian times, or Moorish times, So a lot of those, when you see them on cathedrals and the circular or those points going up, they are basically considered as energy conductors because energy can be wireless based upon this energy all around you known as ether, you know. And if you really concentrate or meditate or look into the airways, you'll see all these little flashing particles going around you. Their energy fields, it's all around you. When you breathe, they're coming out of you, When the sun is hitting you, they're hitting you. The light is reflecting. This energy is all around you. All right, tumbled. A tumbled stone has been polished enough to remove all rugged edges while retaining its natural shape. These are generally smaller and more affordable than other forms, making them a good option if you'd like to have a larger variety of stones to use at once. Tumbled stones are perfect for crystal grids, crystal elixirs, bath rituals, candle spells, charm bags, or you can simply carry them around in your purse or pocket to benefit from their energy. That's basically what I do. I normally put them in my right pocket. you know, because right has to deal with a lot of righteousness, you know, and they'll tell you that in the Bible as well, you know. When normally a blessing or specific ritual goes on in the Bible, it'll always have to be done with the right hand, you know. So even though I'm left-handed, I'm a left-handed person, you know, I understand the concept of the right hand, you know. And in other cultures, you know, they'll call it, you know, right hand you magic or magneticism or healing is more of the good side, you know, the good forces of nature. You know, left hand magnetism magic, it was dealing with more on the dark side, like a black magic, or, you know, the dark forces of nature for unrighteous intent. Then you have some that they dabble with both because they have to bring balance, you know. High priest back then, they would have to know both. This is what Solomon knew, and he used it to do his bidding, you know, but for a righteous cause, you know. Because in this world, you know, it's an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You know, it's all about balance. You know, it's you get what you dish. You know, and sometimes you gotta know how the forces of evil work in order to stop them. You know, beat them at their own game. You know, a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the real, raw, uncut truth. Next one is cut. Cut stones come in virtually any shape you can imagine. Popular shapes include pyramids, skulls, elephants, hearts, spears, and eggs. These stones have a variety of uses depending on what the shape represents for healing and magic. Pyramids are perfect for the center of crystal grids. Spears can be used for a type of divination called scarian, and hearts and skulls are often used for healing. You know, cleansing your crystal. The first thing you do when you bring a crystal into your home is to cleanse it. It has had a long journey before it met you, and cleansing it is how you remove any residue energy it holds from the store or other environments and the people that have interacted with it. Cleansing gives you and your crystal a blank slate. You will also want to cleanse your crystal regularly as you use them. There are many cleansing methods to use. Below you will find 6 to try out. Moonlight. Place the crystal on the windowsill overnight at the new moon, which represents new beginnings and potential. Intention. Simply setting the intention to cleanse the crystal is enough to remove unwanted energy. Visualization. Hold the crystal in your hand and imagine all negativity being washed away. Then visualize a white light surrounding the stone. Smoke, like basically like a sage or something, or Pacific incense. Smoke, light an herb bundle or incense. This is what the high priest did in the Bible. Light a herb or bundle of incense in a heat-proof container. Hold the crystal above the source of the smoke and let the smoke surround the crystal. Water. Let cool water run over a crystal a for from a few seconds to up to 10 minutes to purify and prepare it for healing, magic, and magnetism.